Bill Gardippy, Monday morning, the 29th of April. Some garden progress. Here we are, the end of April. The clover's all really juicy. It turned on last week. And I only have one boxwood, but Southern Ohio has a quarantine for bugs. Do not move boxwoods, those little bushes. But some people have them all over their house. And I have those taxes clear around my house, like a million of them. This is where my lawn's at, a weedy lawn with dandelions. You wonder why I put down 2,4-D. Those dandelion and the weed seeds, even from the maple trees, the seed pods, they just go everywhere. You track them in your house. A lot of negatives in the weeds, so that's why we use chemicals and insecticides. But this guy, really early for it. It's not turned on yet. Gotta wonder, this is early growth, will that get, because our freeze is a month away, or pretty beautiful. I leave this on till Memorial Day, and then you're trimming them several times a year. Cutting grass every day. Trimming. But I walk around this place in the side yard, and then this is a blue spruce too. I think from the same seed as this other tree. Nothing really new to show on it. Even the white pine, they're fast growers. It doesn't have a lot of candle action. We'll peek in my side window at my plants I have. Try to make the video quick. It's real and unedited in live time. Harlow come over to visit. There he is. Harlow's been sick. We're in the house dog today. I have a sick dog. Again, his nose gets him in trouble. Poor guy. I've been nursing my dog, man. I'm worried about him. He's pretty old. Just a few tomatoes. And I started them from seed, and then I transplanted them, and then I pulled them out and dropped them in the bottom of the gallon #1 pots. And that guy's getting too leggy already. Heirloom tomatoes. Cherry bombs from seed. I mean, back to January even. I keep the house cold, so in the 60s. And I'm not into germinating, and these are the store-bought ones. I just got them yesterday. Yeah, it was Sunday or Saturday I got them. I went shopping Saturday. Sunday I did the Toy Barn car show. Weather permitting, their Plain City car shows this week. Their Dutchman begins weekly on Thursday. Car shows beginning, weather permitting. These are sweet peppers. Bells, oranges. That's the first time for the oranges. He's such a good dog. 3 different kinds of peppers I got at my co-op, Heritage Cooperative Mechanicsburg. Fix me up. Rock and roll. And I tried a nursery. They were just smart asses again, so I left there. That was like my 3rd one, because my first try was the Rural King, and they received a semi-load of flats. And by the time I got over there, they left them out in the freezing weather, and I seen they were dead, and I went back again, and they had 3 shopping carts full of flats, which are $25 plus tax at Rural King, and like a fraction of that at the co-op. But yeah, somewhere around the $20 at the co-op I think it would work into. But $25 at Rural King, so they had $2,000 worth of brand new plants going to the dumpster, dead plants. Didn't do me any good. And did that nursery shot down there. I went to Lowe's. They only sell like a 1 plant for $5, They don't sell them in the 3 packs for $2. So Lowe's did fix me up in the clearance aisle with insecticide and fertilizer. 10 cents on the dollar. There's a Case IH guy going out to repair something. But this guy's flowering pretty early, and these are post locust over here. This is a nut tree. I think it's English walnut. But anyway, you can see that the locusts don't have any leaves on them. And by Memorial Day, those will have flowers on them. And they're messy flowers like all those seed pods, and especially dandelions. I haven't seen this guy flower like that this early. This locust is getting, they're just starting to bud. Maple trees. Exciting year, the best February ever. I have winter clothes I never even use. The snow plows have rust on them. Phenomenal weather and storms too. Where the garden's at. These apple trees I don't pay much attention, but I did plant this one to replace that one. They're fun to have. I have those pine trees, the hemlock, the road hemlocks in there. The last time those onions were in a bag, the last video of mine. I'll try to do a monthly one if I have something to show, which not going to happen. It seems kind of early, and it is that I have it in, but I have a late garden. I'm not expecting a tomato until August, so that's like forever. Red onion sets. Hemlocks. Chinese hemlocks. 2 rows of sweet corn. Rural King did fix me up on my sweet corn seed. Double sweet corn. Did 2 rows in the ground in April. And some starter fertilizer on there. And then the next day I was like, you know, why not just put a 3rd row in here and I could transplant. So the next day I come in here with that precision seeder and just ran down through here real quick and put a 3rd row in that I'll transplant over to there or plow it down, which would be the best problem I could have because I would have that much germination without any freezing. Garlic. Crazy asparagus. It's going nuts over here. I can see why they say to wait like 3 years. It takes different form, and that's what the grass and the weeds, they mow up different every time. The rhubarb is really turned on in the last couple of weeks. It's super sour. I mean, it'll knock you out, and then maybe not as juicy. It is dry out. Look at all the weeds in my neighbor's fields. They didn't do a winter plow down, and the corporation field over there. But yeah, the rhubarb's over there. Canadian red rhubarb. I just go out there and grab a piece every day. No show on the purple martins yet. The house is still up there. That's a curb find. My little drug out the driveway. Oh, I was talking about how dry it was, and then this week they're predicting rain, but the predictions have been off, and it goes south of me or north or both. Little look at the garden real quick here. I have sparrows out here. I seen like an oriole. It looked like an exotic from Australia bird out here yesterday. And by the time I grabbed my binoculars, it ran off, but I have a 3/4 moon up here. And it was hard for everyone to film the eclipse, and my eyes are just recovering from the eclipse. But talk about the weather. The day of the eclipse was so epic. I keep my garage closed up this year because the birds nest in there. But before I go, I wanted to show these poppies. California orange poppies. And if I don't do a video again by the end of May, these will be gone, you know. And then I would mow them down in the middle of June. The crane service, a lot of construction. I'm thinking that the real estate's going to get so crazy from us being the fastest growing city in the United States that they're going to go to Southern Ohio is what's going to happen. I'm saying Jackson, Ohio, just shooting from the hip. They're not going to buy the land around here. I mean, you're talking like $25,000 an acre, and it was selling for that in the 90s. But anyway, for some reason, these are like onions, where the ones on the end get ahead of the other. And it's funny how much they'll grow. And this is where heroin comes from. Medicinal heroin, opiates, are from poppies. And we can't get rid of these. They just keep popping up. They were here when we moved here in the 60s. Poor sidewalk, they come out underneath them and everything. Red-winged blackbird, phenomenal. bird watching. The ducks laid. There was a storm. The eggs didn't make it. The early birds, and they're back. We'll have another nesting set. But had an eagle out here the day of the eclipse, and I think they hunt eggs. But yeah, my California orange poppies are turning on, and have done nothing over here so far. This is planned to be, I haven't even cleaned the seed yet, a sunflower, a Mexican sunflower, if I can get it right this year. Another attempt at the Mexican sunflowers. And even this old truck over here, man, it's trying to get ahead with the repairs. The stuff will fight you. And the trees that I put back here, a lot of deer got them, and actually I have 3 deer roadkills out here just on our little place. And the state patrol was called out here by a motorist who hit one and had to dispatch the deer that they hit. I mean, it was that bad. So, but thanks for watching, everyone. Burger Rippy out here, 3699 Ranch. End of April, 1st of May, garden update. Thanks again.